98.3 FM. We don't have so much time, but then let's just quickly look at the focus for this morning. We have two focal points that we'll be looking at, of course. The first is as regards the CNG vehicles, the CNG conversation, and also speculators, EFCC raiding speculators as Naira drops to 1,540. So I'll just quickly take Fuad Zahid's thoughts, and then we can have a conversation with our dear listener. So, Fuad, very quickly, I understand you are strict for time.
Well, anyway, the CNG conversation, this initiative, this new drive, it's not a problem, really. I just think that we should not begin to further misplace our priority. I think our priority for now should be what we can simply get done. Because again, if we're not going to be putting our energy on this CNG talk, what's happening to our refinery? That should be our focus, really. How to get our refineries done, how to also ramp up oil production, our crude oil, to be able to at least meet up something close to our quota, the OPEC quota, and then also ensure that we can also make, crude available standard for our refineries when they come on stream. Because again, we are going to now divert talking about CNG. Do we have the conversion kit? Do we have the technology? What about the safety standard? You understand what I'm saying, Sandra? I'm not saying that we shouldn't be talking about energy transition, but it shouldn't be our priority now. It can be a gradual, a very methodical, gradual transition. And I think that, look, we should not even come with this kind of meeting conversation, really, because it's not a problem. It's a problem for the most industrialized nations of the world. What's even the emission of the entire Africa to start with? Yes, if we have some energy concerns here, what we should do is to look at our own God-given resources and begin to tap seriously into it, to solve our own problems in the short term. And that's the good oil that God has given to us. We can't fix our refineries now with CNG that we are talking about. If the government wants to start this CNG revolution, fine. But I'm not saying that you can't box Nigeria into this conversation when the simple things that we have not been able to do. You can't fix our refineries.
All right.
And look, that there are countries that have no crude oil at all. They have functional refineries. I told you, a lot of the Asian tigers, they don't even have crude oil, but they have functional refineries. We are the sixth largest producer of crude oil, and yet you can't even fix our refinery. Dangote refinery is there, but again, the story is not as if, there's El Dorado very close. Where is Port Harcourt refinery and all the talks around it? Where is the Warri refinery? The Canada refinery? Those that have, modular refining licenses have not been able to activate their licenses. We are not focusing on all of that. So we're going to start with CNG conversation again. And then even the gas that we're talking about, yes, we have the national deposit in Nigeria. Do we have enough investment? Do we have the capacity to make the product available? So I just think that, look, we have started again with all these diversionary taxes.
Okay. Well, you have just a minute left.
Yes, but I've said the standard. We have here tele and pala. That's what we are doing. We translate that. You have to find a way to do that. Because at the end of the day, our problem when it comes to this forest crisis is not really about the speculators. We've been doing this idea of chasing after speculators, fighting speculators, cryptocurrency traders. What has it resolved, Sandra? I think in the short term, we have to find a way to defend the Naira. All these grandstanding that they don't want to do, they have to defend it. And then while they're defending it, we are hoping that we can now focus on other fiscal policies that will help to now begin to bring organic supply of dollar into our economy. Because it's a matter of the demand and supply. Nobody owns anything. Nobody speculates on anything when it's readily available, Sandra. And then the CBN has to also ask itself at the EFCC, the real speculators, are they able to go after them? The big speculators are not the guys in the street, Sandra.
Right.
The other one, the Northern Elder Forum said it recently, that why is it that anytime they sell park allocation, dollar jumps up?
Yeah, I remember.
They said it.
Yeah.
So the big monsters in the room are not those guys in the street. Whereas I also think that, look, the government should begin to intervene. Yes, they must. They have to intervene. The intervention they have to do short term. But medium and long term is for us to now begin to appropriate money appropriately to things that can get our factories back, that can get us producing again, so that we can earn forex into the economy.
All right. Thank you very much, Fuad Said. I appreciate you making our time. Hopefully you join us before the end of the show.
Yes, I'll be with you.
Okay. Well, Fuad has to step aside at this time now. So it's just you and I. Let's have a conversation. Those are the two focal points that we'll be looking at this morning as regards, Mainland focus. The CNG vehicles. What do you think about this CNG initiative, this CNG drive from the government? Are you concerned about the cost? What it will mean to, convert your car from fuel powered to CNG powered? Do you consider it the right move or the right step at this time? What are your concerns about the capacity to make gas available and even the cost of the conversion kits? So there are concerns as regards, gas flaring in the Niger Delta. So what are your concerns as regards the capacity to make gas available? Because even as now, the availability of crude is also is poor. So what do you also think about people who consider it a misplaced or a diversionary tactic from the government that should be concentrating on fixing our refineries? They said that, they said that. One of the reasons given for this CNG conversion is let's see what we can do to divert away from fuel. All right. So do you think this in any way or the other is helping our situation or our fuel situation in this country at this time? So let's have a conversation around this CNG powered vehicles. All right. And we also have here the fact that EFCC is raiding speculators, raiding BDC operators, saying speculators are responsible for the Naira dropping to 1,540 at the parallel market. Do you agree to this move by the EFCC and the CBN that there are actually speculators who are responsible or who are putting pressure on the Naira? Do you think it will help the Naira? That's this clampdown that they are doing, this arrest that they are doing. Do you think it will help the Naira? What do you think the government can do in short term, medium term, or long term to help the Naira against the dollar? So I think we've seen some short term, activities or some short term interventions from the CBN in recent times where you see that, the Naira comes down a bit, it goes up, comes down. But what about medium term, solutions? What about long term, solutions? What do you think the government can do so we can once and for all have a lasting solution to this Naira, to this forex quagmire that we have found ourselves in recent times? So 0913-6,410, that is the number to call. 0913-6,410, that is the number to call. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can drop your comments in the live chat section as well, and we'll take them as the show progresses. You can also send WhatsApp messages to 0913-6,000-430. 0913-6,000-430. Let's have a conversation towards a greater Nigeria. You have just 2 minutes, please. Let's try to keep things clean. I appreciate that. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Omobola.
Good morning, Pastor Ambrose.
Yes, my name is Ambrose, and we thank God for another day. Omobola, what just said something. Say all these are diversionary tactics, and I cannot but agree with him. You remember some years ago when they said we should go and change all our vehicles to gas, the gas they use in cooking, and that gas was very cheap, and everybody, they began to go and change their generators and all of that, even their cars to gas. And all of a sudden, do you know how much gas is now? I think if you ask me this question, I will tell you that for Mr. President, who has had this ambition since 1999, and he does not even have solution, he does not know what to do. Or he knows what to do, but he does not have the tenacity to do it. I'm telling you, this dollar, Naira, that's what he's talking about. Mr. President knows what to do. It's just that he's just echoing the politicians financially. He keeps on giving them money. This what is it called? Quantity is gone. All the money that they made. Why did they use it to meter the whole Nigerians? Let Nigerians even have meter with all that money instead of him giving it to politicians. Then imagine whether we will not have life. Because these are part of the problem. Let me tell you, this country, unless we restructure, if we don't restructure this country, Omobola,
yes,
as I'm here now, I'm facing financial challenges seriously. Do you know why? The money I'm using to survive with my family January, I need 3 of it now.
Wow.
3 of it. So I'm feeling the pain. Seriously. So, and then somebody will come and tell me that I should be patient. What does that mean? For how long? God, please, I beg. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Pastor Ambrose. I think it cuts across everybody. One way or the other, 100 Naira could get you, I think, even not just months ago or January. What 100 Naira could get you some 2 weeks or so ago, probably will you be able to get that same thing at this time. I just cuts across. Very unfortunate, really.
Good morning, sister.
Good morning.
I greet you and I greet you, Mr. Void. I'm from Otafam, Professor Community Koboko.
All right.
Naira will continue to fluctuate like a NEPA light unless we produce. Go to our farms back. When the Boko Haram can extort money from farmers, exports. If government will reduce the import duty, if government should reduce the clearance fee, if government should remove agro and the people that are exporting trailers that are bringing containers and other places, government EFCC are clapping down on bridge again. Have they started clapping down in our foreigners that are holding the dollar, embassies, customs, hierarchies? Have they started clapping down in all the whole states in Nigeria, or is it only in Lagos, Ghana, and the Port Harcourt? What about all other states that are holding our dollars? Have they started clapping down on our governors that are changing our naira to dollars? Are you hearing me? So unless they do this, all the things they talk, you know, work. Concerning Fubara, let us Fubara probe Wiki, because Wiki is saying that he's regretting because of the alleged 2 billion collective he wanted to collect, alleged, and 20% allocation of rivers, alleged he wants to collect. Now he's not threatening brimstone and fire, saying he regretted. It is a political, malicious, archaic, and fabricated statement from Wiki. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Comrade Koboko. Appreciate.
Hello, Sandra.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, John from Fᴜᴜ.
Oh, yeah, stepped aside for a few minutes.
It will always be like this now. When you are not productive, when your manufacturing industry has closed up, and Fᴜᴜ is there. What is there?
Carry on, sir.
I want to ask this question. Where else in the world dollars are being given to the created bureau de change, apart from dollars being given to people in the bank, and dollars are being given to some set of people outside the banks? Where in the world do they do that? Maybe for us, because me, I have not seen anywhere in the world except Nigeria. Why is it that some people have the right to collect dollars and be changing in the streets, apart from the ones in the bank? Are you with me, Sandra?
I'm with you.
Why will dollars not bash the Naira, funnel the Naira to a pop? Why will it not do that? When you are not producing and you are giving some set of people the right to collect dollars in the bank and begin to change it, those people will always determine whatever prices the dollars should be now. Should be the money is in their hands. Are you with me?
So you agree
then
that so that means you agree that these people are actually the ones, putting pressure on the Naira.
They are part of it. I can collect money from you now. I tell you that I can collect money from the bank now. I tell you the money is not with me. I don't have much as that. Are you ready to collect? Are you ready to buy at 600? And me, if I need it, I will succumb to your prayer. But if it is within the bank and the rate is flat there, we will know exactly what is happening. That's just it. If I collect money from the bank, now if you order my any obligation, I should tell her the bank is telling me, then what happens to our refinery? What is the meaning of gas or whatever? I converted my gas the other time, hoping that gas will be cheap, just like Ambrose said. Only for me to know that the cost has risen up, and I cannot go. I have to revert back to petrol again. And petrol say, where are you coming to go back to your gas? And now become stranded.
All right. Thank you.
See the quarter at me. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Mr. John. I appreciate it. Well, there we have it. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Oh, please turn off your radio or turn down the volume, sir.
Thank you, my dear.
Okay.
You see, Sandra.
Prince Wise.
Yes, I'm the one.
this Burundi change. If they can take all those boys out of the street, I'm a supporter of it. You see, not somebody that send them there. The central bank tell the Naira to the bank, and the bank manager will give to this Burundi change people. If you go to the bank, you want to buy, then you go to the next man there. Even though those who are surrounding them, what I'm talking about. If this is not practice in Western world, why should practice in Nigeria, and why can we not stop it? So central bank will work all the way to make sure they stop all this. And for the CNG we are talking about, let every person system build this together. No time is too early for this. Let them start it now. You want us to convert our this to CNG, and when you will convert it after conversion, you go to the police station, you can't get to buy. So that's the step taking. It's okay. Even though our refinery we are talking about today, it's a big problem. Even though the matter to go to the Nigerian Union of Journalists, why can't they fix that Port Harcourt refinery? What delayed the commencement of this thing? They will tell them, we are not hearing what the newspaper, some people put on that this thing, we let it. Let the body of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, let them investigate. Because today we talk, this is not happening. What is this general manager of petroleum for promising Nigeria? What's the problem? There's go and investigate. Investigation journalists go and do this for Nigeria. Let us know. Because of this. Now, we say no cruise to supply Dangote. NFP is supposed to cancel some contracts they sign with foreign countries to supply them cruise. You must supply Nigeria before taking the money outside the country. All this is to be done. If refinery, Port Harcourt refinery starts today, we then could go and bring clothes from America or from Saudi Arabia. You must supply one refinery before go out. Okay, that goes now. You get 4 million, the remaining 2 million, you sort it from other countries. Is it okay for a producing country? We know we want to produce around 1 per day. We are producing 142. It's not enough.
Thank you.
Sandra, may God save this country.
Amen. Thank you very much, Mr. I appreciate it. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm well, thank you very much.
Yeah, you have Alabama on the line.
Okay. Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, man. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Well, I want to talk about this issue of dollar. You understand?
Okay.
You know, some of these our leaders, they still go to Italy, Dubai, and get some of their things that they use. If they fail to patronize the local content, the pressure will remain on the Naira. Go to the National Assembly. How many of our senators or House of Reps wear about made shoe? How many of them wear the Guinea produced in Kaduna or Kano? How many of them put on cap? The cap that they wear, you know, is women. Women are the ones that do it in the northern part of the country. Some of them go to Dubai, go to Saudi Arabia and some other places to buy those cars. What are they using to buy those cars? Is it Naira or dollar? Some of them will collect money in the large sum of Naira. They will now go and change it, collect the little dollars. Once the dollar they want, it's okay for them to get what they want. They don't mind the amount of Naira that they use to buy that dollar. If this kind of something remains, I won't lie to you, the Naira will go even into oblivion, or will go on sabbatical leave that will not even return. The problem of Naira, the leaders must be very be truthful to themselves, be truthful to Nigeria, and be truthful to the economy. If they fail to do all these things, I won't lie to you, the Naira will continue. It just pains me that it's ordinary Nigerians that are suffering this. Assuming they too, they are suffering because most of the things that they get it free. The vehicle and all things that they get it free. Assuming they are in other people's shoes, they would have known. And what family, even their family called them They know the kind of story that they give to their family.
You.
So if they continue patronizing abroad products, the Naira will continue to suffer. Good morning and God bless you.
Okay, thank you very much. Local production, local consumption as well. Okay, 1 minute past 9. That's time check right now is 1 minute past 9. And you're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. This is Mainland Focus. We're having a conversation around these two focal points. Very quickly, the federal government ordering marketers to open pumps for CNG vehicles. That's what do you think of this initiative? Do you consider it a right move? And so many other questions. And also, EFCC raiding speculators as Naira drops to 1,540. Do you agree to this move by the EFCC and the CBN? Because according to what we have from that report is that these guys are the ones putting pressure on the Naira, and that's why we have, this problem, or that is why the intervention, quote and unquote, that the CBN is doing to save the Naira is not working, is because some of these people are, putting so much pressure and they're speculating as well. So what do you think? Do you agree? And what do you think the government can do, medium and long term, to help the Naira against the dollar? That's the conversation for this morning. You're welcome to join 0913 6000 410. That is the number to call. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can drop your comments in the live chat section. We're also taking WhatsApp messages. That's at 0913 6000 430. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sandra.
Yes, good morning.
Sandra, it's Joe from Bariga.
All right, Mr. Joe.
Mr. Joe.
Yes.
Sandra, remember, we are not producing. And once we are not producing, there's no way we can get our Naira back. We are not producing. Insecurity in the land. You see, we have talk all these things. But the government is not hearing all these things. Insecurity in the land. If you are not producing, where will you get your dollar? Where will you get your export? Where will you get your international business? The oil yourself we are producing is not up to optimal. The OPEC, 1.2. 1.2, where will you get the dollar? Apart from the oil, crude oil, where will you get the dollar? We are not producing. And you will do magic. Central bank will do magic to stabilize our Naira. Will they do magic? Oh, this regime, this APC regime is killing us. I'm telling you, you don't know what they are doing. I'm telling you. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Mr. Joe. I appreciate your contribution this morning. Hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Good morning.
How are you, my sister?
I'm well. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Peter Monse is my name from Shomulu.
All right.
Now, Sandra, is it under APC alone that we start to have these currency speculators? Is it? See, I have spent some years on this earth. I've said in Ibadan, at Dubai, then we used to have them. You want dollar, you want 10 cents. And then, when they transferred me to Lagos in 1987, there was a day this bookshop building got fire. I went there to see it because I was new in Lagos. And these people were there, even under that fire, people were trying to look at, they were still asking, you want dollar? You want time selling? You want this? So they were there then. Then why did we still have economy flowing? Why did we still have things moving? Why is it that only under this APC that speculators become the problem? The only one, like many people have said, I did not want to call because I'm not happy. The point remains that when people are clueless, they don't know what to do, or that they concentrate themselves. I was told that democracy is the government of people, for people, and by the people. But now we have people who behave like taskmasters as lord over us. What we don't need is what they force on us. Where is our refinery that we need? Where is our oil that we need? They kept promising us. We already promised for 8 years, and this government has come. We are talking very soon. It will be 1 year. We are still talking. What is happening in Nigeria? Why God is doing this? So that's why I didn't want to call today.
It's okay.
Because
it's okay.
before I accuse God now, I don't know. God has said, forgive me if I accuse you. But this kind of people we are having, they are pushing us to the wall. Why Nigerians are dying? Businesses are closing down. You see, Lipton tea, 2 packs in one sachet of 10 naira that they make. I bought it 100 naira now. What is happening? Our money has no value. Why has APC come to destroy Nigeria and destroy Nigerians and we keep talking? What do we do?
Thank you.
Sandra.
It's okay.
God, I beg, forgive me if I have talked amiss.
Amen.
I'm sorry.
Amen. Yes, very true. Thank you very much, Mr. Peter Omonse. I mean, that's the cry of a Nigerian, an average Nigerian at this time. Now, everyone is going through it. Everybody is going through it, and one way or the other, even the elites. They are also feeling the bite one way or the other. Is it the power issue, the electricity tariff hike, or is it the fuel issue, or is it even airfares? The fact that because you have to purchase these tickets, some of these tickets, in dollars and all of that. Purchasing a ticket now is just ridiculous. So everybody, one way or the other, has a story to tell of inconvenience as regards the many policies of this administration. But we're looking for solutions now. We're having conversation as regards the way forward. Let's just see how we can get out of this quagmire. Hopefully someone somewhere who has the power can actually turn things around for us, and we can start singing a new song very soon. Hello, good morning.
Sandra.
Oh.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you as well.
Yes, my name is John Peters. And good morning to Fouad. Sandra, I've been laughing and I've been crying at the same time. I'm having a mixed feeling. How can somebody in government office think that BDC, the people who change dollar or pound, that have been with us right from the time of my forefathers up to date, is the problem of what is happening in Nigeria? Sandra is very laughable. Why do I say so? Do you know that my dad happens to be a big merchant here in Lagos, and I was born here, and my dad never transact business with any Oyibo man, apart from the people who own companies here in Lagos. I'm talking about a son of here and Iripeju and the rest of other places that my dad used to go and buy his commodities. Why? Because every damn thing was being manufactured here. Instead of the people in government to begin to try to make a policy and make Nigeria an industrial hub, they are telling me that it's the BDC that have been there for ages. That is the problem. I think it's a boo-boo yaya policy. Winning an election by propaganda, manipulation and everything is good. You can win by that, but you can never govern by that. They are not putting it on the BDC, but they are not looking at their incompetency. They know nothing about nation building. They know nothing about governance. They just occupy office for occupying sake. Sandra, please tell these people to make Nigeria an industrial hub. Give us 24 hours power supply. Remove all this tax that they are taxing everybody. All the small-scale industry, big-scale industry, they want to kill them with tax. Let them remove all those things and see if the Naira will not bounce back. And stop all this nonsense they are doing in the name of their pursuing BDC. It's laughable.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your contribution, Don Peters. All right, let's see some messages we have. We have some messages on Facebook, so we'll take some messages, then we'll back to the phone line in a bit. Time check is 10 minutes past 9, and you are listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. This is Mainland Focus. All right, Ebilade Ambo on Facebook is saying, if a method is not working, the most intelligent thing to do is to adopt another method. I cannot count the number of times the Nigerian government in a Gestapo manner raided Bureau de Change houses in a bid to fix the recurring foreign exchange problem. What did we achieve after the clampdowns? Doing the same thing and expecting a different result is utter buffoonery. Unless the Nigerian economy is wired in such a way that will help the Naira fight for itself, this Gestapo approach will not take us anywhere. Thank you very much, Ebilade Ambo. I also have Ebere Chukwu Theopris. Good morning, Sandra. How does someone expect me to convert to gas which is more expensive than PMS? We have not even gotten into that conversation. Yes, because at this time, I think gas is about over 1,000 naira. And even conversion, I asked someone yesterday, well, what does it cost to even convert, petrol vehicles to CNG? And it says between 300,000 to 600,000 naira. So even the cost implication is another thing entirely. Owen from Lagos is saying, good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. Is this government serious? CNG, with the numerous challenges facing Nigerians. The irony of all this is that this government knows what to do, but has chosen to prioritize the interest of its cronies with unrealistic ghost projects with fat allocations. And that's Owen from Lagos. I also have Patrick Obiaso is saying, why is the government more adept in creating content for the masses to enjoy instead of giving them the often rehearsed dividends of democracy? Please, we are still waiting for the sharing of the ordered 42 tons of grains promised by the government. The hunger today is frightening. When are we going to start eating from the Sanwo-Olu promised bookers? That's true. Thank you for reminding me. I need to ask for it because they promised us free lunch. The students are tired of waiting for the promised student loan. We are still waiting to count on one foreign investor that have come to invest in Nigeria after the frequent overseas travels to woo the beautiful investors. Nigeria is presently running on autopilot with the government having nothing to propaganda on. Okay, thank you. That's Patrick Obiazo. I also have here M쏘ɪᴜᴜ from Abuja is saying, good morning, Mainland FM. On Focus today, it's quite unfortunate that Nigeria is now like a passenger on a journey that has boarded a vehicle in which the driver doesn't know the direction to get to the destination. Well, we just on. Oh, sorry. I'm quite sure that Mr. President is aware that productivity grows economy, but he believes otherwise and focusing on taxing everything, as if tax alone will solve this problem. The worst case scenario of this tax is the one on import duty, which has made the ordinary man to be poorer. Mr. President should be bold enough to tackle corruption and stop chasing speculators around if they feel they contribute to Naira fall. Those who trade dollar on the street don't have machine in their room to print it, but they are getting the dollar from the connection with politicians and bank chiefs. They should stop the flow of dollar from banks to the wrong hands instead of harassing people around. M쏘ɪᴜᴜ from Abuja. That's quite apt. Prince Leo Ozoma, still on Facebook, is saying, Sandra and Fuad, good morning. How do we want our Naira to appreciate against the dollar when our Nigerian customs is going to purchase 200 Toyota SUVs in hard currency without patronizing our local vehicle manufacturers, at least by giving them their own specifications? Are we serious? There's no willpower to deal with so many of these issues. Again, any CNG arrangement that does not support 70% local content arrangement is not for me. If we had functional refineries in the country, the hard currency spent on the importation of refined petroleum products would have gone a long way to stabilize the Naira. I'm tired of this government rhetoric. Leo Ozoma from Isolo, Lagos. Thank you. I also have Chika Bende from Trade Fair saying, with this CBN and EFCC collaboration for whoever gave them the directive, it simply shows that this government lacks direction and has no solution to the plight of Nigerians, which is to produce what we consume. Secondly, on the CNG buses, another putting the horse before the cart incubating. Is the idea not dead on arrival, considering the level of infrastructural damage? Shame to them all. And that's Chika Bende from Trade Fair. I also have here, good morning, mainland crew. CNG gas should be added advantage to what we already have in Nigeria, not that we should suspend what we have and wait for CNG we are yet to see in abundance. Is President Tinubu, like other former presidents, saying our refinery cannot work? Is it an oath they have sworn that no president should repair Nigerian refinery? To me, it's not a matter of money, because what President Tinubu has saved from subsidies gone so far is more than enough to repair our refinery and stop this problem of fuel increase and scarcity that plows Nigeria into hardship and hunger we are passing through now. A month ago, dollar price came down and prices of goods and services remain high, and we were told the effect will soon reflect in the prices. But now that the dollar price is going up again, what is the fate of the masses? Benjamin from Shogule. Messages from Facebook for now. So let's go back to the phone line and then we go to WhatsApp messages. You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my sister. God bless you.
Amen.
Thank you. My name is Mr. Bello Usman. I am calling from Idum.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. It's like my question this morning is that it's like there's a spirit, one bad spirit in Nigeria refinery. That is why none of the presidents since 1999 were able to take care of it and make it functional. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Obasanjo became a president in 1999, knowing fully well that our NNPC is dilapidated. It was not functioning. Obasanjo served for 8 years without thinking about the refinery until he left Aso Rock. The refinery remained what it is. Then Yaradua came after 2 years. God's death took him. The same thing. Then former President Goodluck Jonathan took over the affair of the government. He spent 6 years. Nothing was done about the refinery. Then Buhari came. He spent 8 years to the extent that he became a minister of petroleum without refinery. Do you understand?
Okay.
Nothing was done about refinery. Then the current president came almost I think next week he will become 1 year with the issue of subsidy gone and nothing is done about refinery. But my question is that now the issue of dollar rate to Naira today in Nigeria. Thank you very much. Is Tinubu and former President Muhammadu Buhari have one business with dollar that we Nigerians didn't know?
Okay.
Now put the problem of how dollar is going high on Mefele, because Mefele, under Mefele watch as a CBN governor, dollar was exchanged at the rate of maybe 700 naira or so, but with Cardoso, dollar almost went up to 1,900, and now we came down to 1,300 or 1,250 or something. Now it's 1,550 naira. So Cardoso also should be careful, because Tinubu can never be president forever, and 2027 we tell who will become next president of Nigeria. I should be careful if there's anything hidden to us that we don't know. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Saliu. I appreciate your contribution this morning. Well, so many highlights there. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Gege Joshua.
All right, Gege Joshua, I need you to speak a little bit louder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oga Fuad was asking questions as to why our refineries are not working. I was expecting him to ask, is it a crime not to have a good refinery in the north? Is it a crime for we not to have a silver refinery in the north? Diamond refinery in the north? Why always Niger Delta refineries? God in heaven, the mami waters in our rivers and creeks, even the one in the ocean, the 𝐴𝐵𝐸𝐿 and the Ayelalas, they will not allow the refineries to work in Nigeria, not until this coastal road is completed. Not until this coastal road is completed. So you want them to keep.
Hello? All right. Lost that one. Okay. 0913-6000-410. That is the number to call. But let's just, let's see what we have on WhatsApp, because we have quite a lot of messages here. So I'll just kick things off with that. When we believe, this is Steve from Janiki saying, when we believe them and invest our hope on their easy talk, that's when the so-called CNG will develop problems no other nation has ever seen. Can you imagine a minister accusing protesters of high electricity tariff of derailing the government programs amidst the unbearable suffering they have inflicted on us? I think Nigerians are becoming too tolerant and indeed too docile. How can we just sit down and a small group of people continue coughing into our mouths? If it's not removal of fuel subsidy, it's increment of one form or the other. What else? Where else in the world do we have this type of sheepish tolerance? If we don't change our attitude and fight for ourselves, it's obvious we're in for a final nosedive into the dungeon as far as the present set of rulers remain in power. And that's Steve from Ijaniki. I also have here, good morning, Mainland FM. Oga Fuad, please, I want to ask a question. If Nigeria banned total use of dollars in the country, like other countries like India, will there be any negative effect if dollar is totally banned in Nigeria? Michael Tobechuku from Iyanokpaja, Lagos, as long as we are tethered to the apron strings of IMF and World Bank, I don't know about that, but I'll let Fuad come and answer that when he comes in. Good morning. Please, I want to ask, what happened to the cash swap deal between Nigeria and China? If China is producing so much, why do we need dollar to import instead of our Naira to yen deal? Good question. Secondly, I don't think the government is serious about bringing dollar down. If they have, hold on. Okay, don't have. Okay, have the completion of that. Apologies. All right, moving on. Jᴏɪ from Isolo saying during elections we see how politicians throw dollars around. Most of them convert every money available to them into dollars, hoard them after elections, and wait for another election period. Gandola, Babari Microfinance Bank, Kano State, opened our eyes to monumental fraud from these people. At the end, what happened? ABC compensated him with national chairman, and EFCC is pursuing Malams, leaving the real economic saboteurs. Where's Yahaya Bello? Where's former accountant general that stole 190 billion? It's 170 actually, but it's okay. The country is sinking, and the president is talking about CNG cars when people are hungry, unsafe, non-functional refineries, etc. Sandra, no one vex this morning. Ordinary pint of Gary is 4,000 naira. During Jonathan government, a bag of Gary was 3,000 naira. I'm out of here. And that's Jᴏɪ from his solo. All right, let's go back to the phone line. We'll be back to WhatsApp messages in a bit. 0913 6000 410. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh.
This is Cambelina.
Yes. You're welcome.
The CNG bus they are talking about, or the CNG they are talking about, will it be cheaper than fuel? I'm asking you because you are the one that is close to them there. Is it cheaper than fuel?
Close to them, quoi? I don't know. Well, it's
gas that we are buying gas. We are buying gas now about 15,000 for 12 kg.
Yeah, correct.
We are buying about 15,000. So that other gas that they will put in the car, is that one going to be cheaper? So you see, these people are just confused. Anybody that will go and put his mouth inside that CNG is wasting his time. You are wasting your money because you will still suffer the way we are suffering buying fuel. It will even that one will be more self. If you go to a village, where will you see the CNG to even put inside the vehicle? And so that look at what is happening to the dollar now. Dollar got to 2,000, coming back, and all these things that are happening. Have you ever heard somebody writing letter? Nobody has written any letter. When rice was 7,000, they were writing letters. Now, look at where we are. Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are dying. And the expert in letter writing is just keeping quiet. Yesterday he said Nigeria is not hard to govern. Why have you not written your letter? You should double standard.
The past letters, what has it done, really, Mr. Kambulina?
Nothing right. Let us hear. Let him write something. Let us hear what he said. Because the man has to keep quiet. Double standard.
All right.
Are we better than when during Jonathan time, when he was writing 20 letters a month?
Thank you, Mr. Kambulina. I appreciate your contribution.
You are thanking me. My time is still there.
No.
Bye-bye.
You've 2 minutes up, but thank you for your contribution. We appreciate. Hello, good morning. Okay, next caller's put us on hold, unfortunately. So we'll move on to the next one. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, correct.
God bless you for your work.
Amen.
And I send my greeting to Mr. Fawad.
All right. Thank you.
My dear sister.
Your name, sir?
My name is Kingsley from Oba.
All right, Mr. Kingsley, please go on.
There's one thing we Nigerians need to understand in this our government. If there is light, constant light in this country, will any politician come and campaign? If they fixed our refinery today, what would they use and campaign 2027? That is why all those things can never, because they have taken us as a fool. Majority of us Nigerians today doesn't know anything. Is it not boys, young youth are protesting against EFCC that are trying to arrest the former Kogi governor? Are they not young youth? There is one thing, they have blindfolded many people that hunger cannot make us see our nose. Who are the problem of this country? Majority of them are the religious leaders. Some religious leaders will tell you this country will be okay tomorrow. Who are the problem of this country? Those people that have said sentiment
They always say my brother, my sister. This man came into this since 2015. 2015 to date. Tell me what APC government have done for this country. Buhari for good 8 years complaining about the previous regime. Until in the end, then this one enter 1 year now this month. It's the same thing, but they couldn't complain about Buhari regime because they are the same.
All right.
And you see some people telling us, I don't know. It is well. It is well. It is well.
Thank you, Mr.
God bless you, my dear sister.
Yes. All right. Thank you. I appreciate your contribution. All right. Let's take a few more WhatsApp messages. I have here, hi, Mainland FM. CNG gas in Nigeria should never be an issue. And the reason for this is we have enough gas resources in our country. We flare gas or have been flaring gas for over 30 years now. The question is, who did we offend? Or who are these people or countries that is hindering us from making use of our gas? We are embarking on the longest gas pipeline project in the world, from Nigeria to Morocco to Europe. Finally, chasing after small boy speculators and not picking up the right people will not solve the issue of dollar diversification, manufacturing, fighting insecurity, or investing in power, or solving transportation issues, tax levies, enticing la-di-da. Sandra, Nigeria is real, I think, and the elite politicians and the Western world. Oh, okay. I think Nigeria is Israel, and the elite politicians and the Western world are the Egyptians. And the question is, who will be the Moses to lead Israel to the promised land? Sean from Festac, thank you very much. I also have here, good morning, Mainland FM. The moment they start with CNG vehicles, the price of gas will shoot up. We are currently buying 12.5 kg for 15,000, and most times gas is not even available. So what will happen to the poor when they start this? God save us. Bello from Ayobo, I don't know, maybe firewood. God will help us. Good morning, Mainland crew. My take on these two main topics this morning, the issue of CNG buses by this government and the CBN decision to blame all their inefficiencies on BDC. All of these moves are nothing but shadow chasing and mere distractions. These are part of this government's hypocrisy and diversionary tactics to keep deceiving Nigerians to make them think they are working, nothing more. They are bereaved of ideas, they're confused, and they don't know what to do, because in life you don't give what you don't have. Victor Aloiboke from Ikeja, that's on WhatsApp. Let's go back to the phone line, 0913-6000-410. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Someone's calling from Solo.
Mr. Samuel.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, it's now very obvious that look, these people are just all out there to deceive us. Because number one, I don't know what Mele Kiari is still doing there. He's a man who has traveled somewhere and then he's still there when the problem of the country persists. Is it because he's from the north? Is it because he looks like he's a servant to some Western powers and some Northern powers? Is that the reason why these guys have not been met? Because if you ask me, this is one of the problems of this country. And the reason why the refineries are not working, this is the best man, or one of the best men that can explain the reason why it's not working. And it's obvious, it won't work because some people are benefiting from it. And unfortunately, we have a president who is a party kind of person, because I wonder why some individuals or some group of people will better than the president. Imagine Alake coming out to say that, so there are some strong men, there are some godfathers behind it. You know, he must have seen some things for him to have said so. Now, these are forces that the president is willing to do party with, and they're not willing to fight them up. Because if this president is actually serious to do anything, by now we should have started seeing edge road. But these are the people who got them into power. Okay, this is the same president who cannot wait, who cannot allow the rule of law to take place, constitution to take place. The governor of Port Harcourt, Ubara, River State, the law says that when you defect from one party to another, you have lost that seat. It means there should be another election. Now, because the defection favors the president, is not willing to do anything about it. Right. What does it cause the president to say, oh, let us please fight? Yes, and this is the way we have it in everything. They are just too late bulldogs. They know what to do, but they will never do it. They have the power, but because they know that from the backyard, if they waste the power, it can affect them adversely. Okay. Even the dollars, they still have the dollars in their hands. Why would they want it to change? They won't want anything to change. So the laws are there, the powers are there, but they will not do the right thing. That's the thing for you, doesn't do the right thing, because when the parties are there, okay? He doesn't. He will only be.
Okay. Thank you very much. Please let's try to stick within the 2 minutes, time frame that's allotted to each caller. Would appreciate that. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
This is Charles from Ojo.
Sir Charles, please go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Fᴏ.
Good morning, Mr. Charles.
What I have to say about the dollar floating is that the rising of dollar against the Naira is that please, you people should help us. You are the voice we have. Are you people listening?
We are with you, Charles.
Help us tell the president that he should talk with the governors, the ministers. They have the dollar with them. They should leave these advocate people alone. The dollar is with them there. They know how they are using the dollar, so they should go after them. Yes. About the CNG. Yes. Like country like Ghana, you have their taxi. They are using CNG. So I don't see anything wrong about using this CNG. But the problem there is how is the CNG will be available. That's just the problem. Because we are struggling about this the fuel, just common fuel. We are struggling about the fuel. So getting the fuel CNG available is just that's just the correction.
All right.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you very much. I appreciate. All right. Time check right now is 9:32 a.m. and you are listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. This is Mainland Focus, and we're looking at the CNG conversation and also the speculator rate conversation. That's what we're looking at this morning. 0913600410. That is the number to call. I'll take some messages from Facebook. Yeah, we're still live on Facebook at Mainland 98.3 FM and on YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. So 𝐴ᴏᴏᴜ Ekundayo is on Facebook is saying the simple truth is that our leaders they have turned us to a table tennis court game, serving us front and back, left and right. What a confused leadership. They want CNG vehicles when power holding will always complain of low supply of gas as reason of no power. It's all right. That's 𝐴ᴏᴜ. All right. I also have Temitok Onotoye is saying, hello, Milan FM. The earlier we realize that this administration is not for the masses and will not deliver anything positive, if I may tell you for free, the introduction of CNG vehicles is another way to shift the minds of Nigerians from asking about when refineries will begin operation. Do you know that the cost of gas per kg has refused to come down from 1,300?
So the demand push on it, Sandra, if we now begin to demand, because again, people will tell you it's liquefied natural gas. See, they are all from the same sources. It's still gas.
The same government that is complaining about shortage of funds is now thinking of importing CNG vehicles for all ministries. Can we conclude by saying there's something at Aso Rock that is always shifting the mind of all our presidents from bringing back the refineries? Also, at what point will federal government and CBN know that the manner and direction at which they are going to strengthen the Naira against the dollar is not the best? The ban of cryptocurrency and going about arresting bureau-de-change business operators will not yield any positive results.
Sandra, you know what I will do? More black markets. They're going to go under. They will exist, but you won't see them again.
They will not be black.
They will now be
in the dark of the
That's what you're going to do.
They won't be parallel markets.
It will still be there, but you won't see them.
Unparalleled. It's all right. Okay. If I may ask, are these people not in operation under past administrations? CBN should find a better way to solve the problem. Temitope Onotoye from there's no from. Emmanuel Osuji, good morning, mainland crew. Nigeria is a country whose leaders would tell the citizens to buy Nigeria, but they themselves, they won't. Yeah, they want Naira to bounce back. My only anger is why nature have to punish us with self-centered people as leaders. Well, we are the ones that put them into.
Sandra, have you seen the convoy of the president, the convoy of the Senate president, the convoy of the governor? Where's Buy Nigeria in that convoy?
What's wrong with innocent?
I don't know. I've asked a very simple question.
What's wrong with none? I've seen the cars. They're beautiful. They look sturdy.
Beautiful to you.
And they look sturdy.
It's about taste, really.
Have you seen an innocent car?
Who says I've not seen it? It's just about
compared to it
personal choices, Haven't you seen one of our former senators? Did you see his garage?
Where is he? Is he still in Dubai?
No, I think those cars are somewhere in Kogi State or probably in Abuja, in his house in Abuja. And it would be nice to know how much the guy is paying in taxes for him to have that fleet of cars, luxury cars, Sandra. And he's even bold enough to display it and put it to the public to see.
Because if they go after him, he can run. And
honestly, it would be nice to know what Senator Dimola pays in taxes.
Christopher Effiong, good morning, Sandra and Fuad. God bless you guys. Thank you. Should we say the federal government do not have solution to the dollar problem? They do. But they can't try it because it will affect their own ambition, their political parties, and their political friends. President Tinubu still remains the past accountant general. Let them save this country, Nigeria, from the evil days that they put us in by their policy. Fubara River State, let him keep watching his back. We are still watching him and the Godfather because we are still on season 4 of River State film. Sandra, I'm in your state, Ogun State, for the past 2 weeks. There's no light.
Where in Ogun State?
The rain that fell on Saturday has taken away the whole road. Abba. Who is this?
It depends on where. Where is the Abba?
Christopher Effiong. Stop this. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. After all, they are building highway to your own state according to your name. Maybe if your name is Effiong.
Of course, it will be one of those states.
I'm just saying. Please. This is not true. Please, we are doing great and mighty things. We are building gates in. You
want me to tell you about your state?
No, I would not. I do not. Thank you very much. For what? Someone asked. Yes, the booker that your governor promised us.
The soup kitchen.
The soup kitchen.
It's called soup kitchen.
When is this going to materialize?
We are still setting up the kitchen. We are putting things in place for the kitchen. We are working on the blueprint for the soup kitchen.
I said I will ask because someone asked.
Because it's going to be 1 million persons per day according to the soup kitchen arrangement. So it's going to come. Don't worry.
We are hungry.
It's not for you, Sandra.
It doesn't concern you. It doesn't concern you whether I queue for it or not. James Ogbonna, Sandra and distinguished Fuad, I greet you fundamentally. Sandra, how much do you know about CNG? Should I answer or is that a rhetorical question? The government consults energy experts before taking this decision to introduce CNG buses. Did they take into consideration our climatic environment and our weather?
Safety concerns, that's what you're saying.
Yeah. You know,
the African countries that use it anyways.
That's Minister Environmental. Someone told me that our weather, being a hot climate, will be dangerous to CNG usage. When there's an accident, there will be immediate explosion, and you know how gas fire burns. What about the state of our roads? Can a CNG bus survive hot sun in a long traffic gridlock?
Well, you know, the CNG compartment itself can weather some of this happen because it was CNG gas that exploded in Ogun State. And the governor was saying that, look, we need to check ourselves, the safety standards, safety measures for CNG.
So that's what James Ogbonna is saying. So what are the safety measures to mitigate the many explosions that may follow? Because gas is highly inflammable. It's highly flammable.
I hope the downfalls in Lagos will not be using CNG.
God forbid. People that are joining wires to start car. Let's
all those yellow buses.
What is okay? I don't want to think about that because I enter these buses. We need an energy expert to tell us more. I mean, Diola Yusuf, it's great. Still,
you can read about CNG. There's nothing too difficult about it.
It's available for us. But and for Naira and Dollar Wahala, please, Odisho, allow me withdraw the small one I converted before dollar depreciates to Naira further.
James is a speculator.
I know him. I bought dollar at 1,380 from my fintech company.
You see?
And today they are selling for 1,600. That is 230 Naira gain on each of the $14 I bought. And you know, I think I'm not happy. I'm only taking advantage of government.
James is part of the problem. He's a speculator.
James Ogbonna from Oshodi. we are duty bound to announce to the public that
the FCC is watching you.
The FCC is watching you wherever you are. Let's go back to the phone line. We'll be wrapping things up soon. 9:40. That's time check us out now, and you are listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ogafor.
Morning, sir.
Ogafor.
Yes.
Make I ask you again.
Your name and location. We know who you are, but let the people know you. Yes, Malam Salam.
My name is Malam.
Where are you calling from?
Yes. I don't tell you. I call from Alagbadu.
Alagbadu, that's fine. Yes.
Ogafor, make I ask you. You check up. You understand? You should not attend the position of someone else. Not true, as these politicians, they normally give them anything at all.
No.
When they are contesting now,
No, it's not in our laws yet.
That is our problem now. Because sometimes you look at, I don't want to personalize my business.
Please don't do that.
So that people will not say my business. I just want to make general business. Sometimes when you look at all those positions there, you now ask yourself the position of their friends. You understand? That is the truth. We are just being governed as civilized, so we are not human beings at all. Okafor, do you know that this 10G basis are talking about? When this man made that pronouncement in 2023, some people spent almost 300,000 above people for buying their vehicles from 30.
Some even converted their generators.
Some even converted their generators without even look at the hazard. You get me?
What would you?
Now, these are present by the grace of God in 1 week or so, less than 10 days.
In 1 year,
whatever. Coming back with that kind of
CNG.
So that you will have something to talk with 20. During his broadcast and metric.
All right.
I want to small actually.
We have quite a number of WhatsApp messages that we need to quickly regional government that will aid development to man the region's resource and FM. 1. The refuse bad if our found sterling. 2. Before evil. Adele in Festac extension. That's very deep. All right. We also have Emeka Moses. Good morning, Sandra. It's a pity leadership have failed Nigerians and Nigeria. All this, their credential was just to occupy juicy political positions. When it comes to practicals, they are nowhere found. America, whose currency, the dollar, have value, is it rocket science? CNG buses and cars, another big distraction. Let the CBN and indeed the federal government continue to chase shadows. I want to suggest, let's grab the Naira as our currency and adopt the dollar as our currency at the same time. When the right leaders are not in charge, the right things can be done. Right results can be seen. That's Emeka Moses sharing his own contribution there. Yes. Someone was asking a question earlier on as regards the deal, the swap deal between Nigeria and China.
Because again, we're supposed to adopt the yen.
Yes. Well, that's a wrap for today on Mainland Focus. Thank you very much, Said Fuad.
Thanks for having me.
Before we go, Mr. Temitok said I should please mention where he's sending his mission. Never ends here in Lagos at the Statics. All right, so that's for those who are want to know what is the latest as regards the political scene in the country. And by 4 p.m., Sage Papalola will be in the Situation Room. So you do not want to miss any one of these. All you have to do is stay tuned. This is the Morning Express on Mainland 98.3 FM. Please stay tuned.
You're listening to Mainline